All right, good morning. Today, I'm in the city of Whittier at the intersection of Orange Drive, Greenleaf Avenue. I'm gonna take you on a little hike. This park is called Hellman Park. If you look it up, it will say it's permanently closed, but the only thing permanently closed is the parking. And the only available parking, if you can get it, is this little stretch I just walked. Those are the hours. 8:30 a.m. to 9:30. It says there's no stopping. The signs can be confusing in this area, so you have to be careful. But this is the only stretch of parking from the corner to here. You might fit 5 to 6 vehicles if you're lucky. And if you hit here at the same or the right time, you might get a spot. They're usually tied up. So I parked about 5 blocks away because it wasn't open when I got here. In just that short time, these spaces have opened up. But it's all good. You're here for the hike. You're here for the exercise. So it's Hellman Park. This is the trailhead. And there's the hours. So this is the gate that'll let you in. But like I said, only walking in here. No parking is available. They closed it years ago, never reopened it. Don't know why exactly. There's different stories, but it doesn't matter. The fact is it's closed. And what a waste, because look at all these parking spaces available. And there's a little more parking right up here for disabled, but like I said, it doesn't matter. You can't get to it. They do have a porta potty over there. You can bring your dogs. They have to be on a leash. Other things, no bikes here, just hikers only, but you'll find there's other entrances to this park that do allow bikes. So, see what I'm talking about? All that available parking, what a shame. And in this area, you have to be careful on the streets. Permit parking only in a lot of areas close to this park. So that's why I park so far away. Like I said, the signs can be confusing. So if you're not sure, reread them. But this is the trailhead. This is where I'm going to start. The goal is to reach the water tank. That's where everybody goes. Water tank, water tower. It's not a tower, but that's what people call it. And it's not that one on the hill. I mean, you can go to that one, but that's not the one everybody posts about. I will be taking you to the one that everybody posts about, the colorful one. Say colorful, usually it's unfortunately tagged up with graffiti. There's some hours if you're interested. They vary from the time of year. It's a nice morning. It's about 9:40. Cool, breezy. This looks like a little growth on the plants. You can come here in the dry season and it doesn't look like this. It's kind of green. You'll see quite a few people on this trail. Animals to be careful of. Well, coyotes always in this area. But you will come across at times rattlesnakes. So I haven't gotten close to them. I've seen them ahead on the trail. So, and trust me, if you don't see them, they'll let you know they're there. So, looks like a nice day for a hike. Like I said, it's cool. That's what I like. Park does open at 9 in the morning, so that's why I couldn't get here any earlier. And as you will be able to tell by my breathing, it comes up at a good incline. And this is nothing. It gets really, this trail really gets steep. So a lot of people have a hard time just completing the first part of this. So I'm gonna take my time, pausing at times to catch my breath. And try to give you some of the views. All right, sorry, we paused for a moment. One, I needed to catch my breath. I'm at the first area where you can, it kind of, I wouldn't say level off, but it's just a little stopping point to catch your breath, take in the views. I also stopped because there's a group of people that had music playing, and well, it's just fine. It doesn't bother me, but I also wanted to give them their privacy. I try not to record people. Some people are uncomfortable with that, and I don't blame them. So I'm pausing here. I'm gonna catch my breath, show you the views. What's interesting about this area is it's so close to the homes and the city of Whittier. So I'm gonna zoom in. I'll show you some of Whittier, and actually you can see downtown LA really nice right now. This is the city of Whittier we're gonna be looking at, and the buildings that I'm gonna zoom in are kind of like downtown-ish city buildings, county buildings. So what I noticed on my iPhone is when I zoom out, my voice sounds like I'm further away. So I was looking that up, and it says it's to focus on sounds of whatever we might be viewing at a distance. So I'll try not to talk when I zoom out. That way my voice doesn't fade away. But that was Whittier. This is downtown LA. And like I said, we're not that far, and the camera never does it justice. And just for those of you that are in this area, They also filmed some scenes from Whittier High School. Back to the Future was filming there. So it's another movie location. It's very near here. Eventually I'll be doing, like I said, a video on movie locations. If you're in the LA area, you'll know just about anywhere you go, there's places that have been on TV or movies. We are the movie capital of the world. I don't care if people are saying, no, it's Georgia or Canada, wherever those are other locations. But this is it. So you'll see a lot of stuff here. All right. I think I've given them enough time to move on, so I will move on. So this next hill climb here is a little steeper than what we just came up. So I will pause when I get to the top of this one. All right, I paused it early. Only because this video might run long, but if you look right there, the gentleman coming up, that's where I paused it. Only because I needed to catch my breath and get ready. And this is a good vantage point to show you. I will not record this until I get to the top. And my voice may fade, so I'm going to zoom out. If you look right there, that's the easy trail up and the easy trail down. Now, mind you, you still get some exercise. It does have an incline, but it's not as hard. But it's narrow. Now, the main trail is one I'm going to go up. And I'm going to zoom in, show it to you. Because from here, these people look like ants at the top. So I'll record it now, pause it. When I get to the very top, I will join you, but I'm going to show it to you. All right, that's the very top. That's the hardest part of this whole hike. It doesn't end there, but that's just, maybe a third of the way. So, if you conquer that, it's pretty good. Believe me, I've seen a lot of people try it and not succeed. You can take your time. There's no rush. But it will take your breath away. So, I will join you at the top. All right, we're back. We're at the top. So just so you get your bearings on where I'm at, if you're in this area, or if you're looking for this area. Off this direction is Orange County, and like I said, you have Whittier right here. This is Whittier. Well, part of it. This mostly downtown. If you look off in the distance, I'm going to zoom out, but right in this area, that is Catalina Island. I do bring up Catalina a lot in my videos, only because I'm trying to show you how close we are. There's a lot of people in this LA area, an Orange County area, that have never been there. And they're missing out. I don't care what anybody tells you. You have to experience it for yourself. Now I'm going to zoom in on Palos Verdes. As you can see, there's Catalina behind it. Now we'll look off to our right, which is the west. Locally, there's a water channel. That's the San Gabriel Riverbed, and the freeway is the 605. And that's how close we are to the freeway. Now, another look. I'll show you downtown LA again. And then I'm going to pan over to the right. And you can see the Hollywood sign and Griffith Observatory today. And sorry for the shakiness. As you zoom out, it gets a little harder to hold it stable. All right, we're going to continue on. And I'll show you the rest of the views from the other side. I had paused it for a second. You can see the water tank that I'm going to get to eventually. That is our goal, and that's where we will turn around and come back. We'll see you in a few. All right, just real quick. I didn't want to bother those people, but where they're standing, that's the trail I told you, the shortcut. Easier coming up and going down. And there's a trail marker. I think that trail's called Mariposa. And if you see where we're at now, we're closer to the end of our hike. And if you really want to challenge yourself, there's a lot of these off trails. And it'll lead you to the other water tank. So, but we're not going that way. All right, I'm gonna pause it here, join you in a minute. Okay, so I wanted to show you another marker. I've been on Peppergrass Trail. I showed you where it joined or met up with Mariposa. But now the trail we're gonna be on Rattlesnake Trail. Yeah, it's a name, but this is also the trail that I've seen rattlesnakes on. Is that a coincidence? Maybe. If you take Rattlesnake Trail that way, to the right, you'll end up at the other water tank I showed you. But if you go this way, you're going to end up at the water tank where we're headed, that the majority of people head to. Now, the other one has a nice view. This one just seems to be the more popular one. You get an all-around view from up here. I'll show you the mountains when I get up there, and some other things. But like I said, there's a lot of options out here, not just these trails. There's other trails from the other side of the park, over there on those hills, on this other side of those hills. So it just depends on which way you come from. All right, we'll see you in a minute. All right, almost there. Just wanted to show you so you don't get lost. And trust me, people have gotten lost. It's going to curve off to the left. You're going to end up going up this hill. You're going to go up to the right, up that hill. And then to the tower. You can't miss it. All right, I'll see you in a minute. Okay, we've made it. Made it to the top, made it to the water tank. Yeah, it's tagged on a little, unfortunately. Doesn't matter what you do, barbed wire, razor wire, big fence. If there's a way, they'll find a way to get to it. But this is what it looks like. This is where you want to make it to. A lot of people will do the loop around it, behind it, and head right on back. If you've come this far, an X marks the spot, there must be a treasure. Is it in the ground? Or is it in the view? Yeah, it's nice. It's very clear today. I mean, there's, some dust in the air. The wind is blowing, so you know how that blows dust around. But for the most part, it's a nice day. I'll record up here. I will not record going back since you've seen that. But I'll show you what's around. And down below, right here in the hills, is Rose Hills. Okay, so your cemetery. Other trails, like I said, there's other ways to get here. Explore if you want to. Now off over here, you'll see Mount Wilson. Mount Wilson has all those communication towers on top. And just over here, you'll see Mount Baldy with just a patch of snow at the top. I wouldn't want to go hiking up there right now. Too many people die off Devil's Backbone. That's a trail up there. That is one of my goals for this year, to get there, but I have to wait for the weather to be just right. Back here you'll have Covina, West Covina, and where I was at that way, Puente Hills Mall. For the most part on this side, it's just more rolling hills, a few scattered homes, more trails. So, I'm about to end this video. I'm going to head back. But like I said, it's nice. Bring a friend. It's not a bad area. And for the ladies, it's not a bad area, but in this world, it's just safer to bring a friend. I mean, there's women out here by themselves, and I'm not telling you what to do, just looking out for your safety. All right, till the next time, you got to get out there and find one for yourself and enjoy it. All right, next time. All right, I just wanted to give you one last look before I end the video. It is quiet up here. You can hear the birds. It's very peaceful. All right, until next time.